All right, guys. So on the table, you see my Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 compact back from a company called Schiwerks. Now, I was interested in getting one of my handguns Cerakoted and making it a little bit more custom in regards to what fit my needs. Now, obviously, this isn't going to be for everybody. There are obviously people out there who say, who cares? I would rather just have a black gun and that's it. And you know what? There's no problem with that. I would tell you, for me personally, I just like doing things for my handguns that fit me, and I think from that regard, you have so many great options out there. I mean, there's just a tremendous amount of them. So after researching on the internet and, just letting you know, Schiwerks does have a website and it is going to be schiwerks.com. So I'll put that right here or there. And what you're going to find is that they not only make, or I should say, they not only Cerakote some awesome stuff, but they actually make some other things. They make holsters and they also make Codex Wallets, which I actually purchased this from him probably 2 weeks before I asked them to do this for me. And the wallet is pretty sweet, as you can see. It's got a little money clip here. Obviously, mine's completely empty. What a surprise. And it's fairly usable. You just have to kind of pull these apart, get your cards in there, and then you can kind of just, thumb them out one at a time. And it works really well. I don't have anything in here now because, obviously I have my license and everything else in there, and it's really nobody's business what it says on there. So I did pull everything out just so you can see it, but it is actually very nice, very functional, and I do really, really like the wallets that he makes as well. Now, getting back to the most important part of this video, and that, of course, is the Cerakote job. I was contacting him directly, and what I was looking for was something that was a little bit different, but at the same time, nothing that was too crazy or out of the ordinary. So for me, many of you know that I am a huge camo pattern fan, whether it's hats, shirts, you name it. I like camo patterns. Kind of brings me back to my childhood and, of course, G.I. Joe. So one of the best camo patterns that I actually personally like are anything Kryptek. I love Kryptek camo patterns, whether it's holsters, obviously Cerakote, whatever it might be. And I just love the patterns. So when I contacted him, we arranged for me to send this handgun out. The owner of the company asked me, of course, what was I looking for? And I basically said to him, I was looking for something in the Kryptek, but I wanted to do Kryptek Altitude. And he said, okay, cool. He'd never done one of those before. So he was definitely in on it. And he definitely said, absolutely, let's do it. So I sent it out to him. And within about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks pushing that, I got the gun back. And I was able to pick it up today from the post office, which was kind of sweet. And again, it's not really a gun. It's just this and that. And I was extremely, extremely happy. So I wound up disassembling most of the pistol, and you can see all the goodies right here. And this is the little, the little mat that I got from Lock Grips. So Jason, thanks, man. I got it. And you can see all the pieces of my compactor in there. So I'll be reassembling it. And, just to kind of look at the work. I mean, it just is absolutely awesome, guys. The green just jumps out at you. I'm a big fan of green and FDE, obviously. And you can see that inside the actual frame of the handgun, everything is Cerakoted. I can't really see any black surface at all from the original handgun. I mean, it's just amazing. Even the magwell is just perfectly done. Obviously he removed the mag release. I didn't do that before I sent it. I actually forgot about that. And he had to do that himself. And basically I disassembled everything else in the slide with the exception of the plunger that's underneath the rear sight and the front sight. So he removed that for me as well. Of course, it's a little bit of an extra charge and the ejector. But it was worth paying for someone else to do that because I didn't really feel like doing it myself, to be honest with you. So I sent it out to him. I think it was maybe 2 weeks. And then he sent me a picture of it. And I mean, the slide is awesome, guys. Look at this thing. It's got that awesome green and every inch of that slide is done. Now, some people may say, oh, well, that's not a good deal because you might get some rough surfaces or the gun may not function properly. We're going to see how that plays out. I think it's going to be just fine. I like the fact that everything is now protected on the slide with a coating of Cerakote. And he did a great job. I mean, this Altitude Kryptek just looks awesome. And hopefully, you guys are getting a good, let me just put this together for you really quick. Hopefully you're getting a good look at it, and the colors are hopefully looking a little bit more realistic here than, let's say, on a picture. But that's where the gun is going to look. Obviously, I've got to drop the trigger and everything else in there. Now, in regards to, basically what he does, again, it's called Schiwerks, and I will definitely keep that link up the whole time on the video. But basically, when he's looking at the pricing of these items, typically he's starting around $150 for a single color on a handgun. And then anything with disassembly is usually about $30 to disassemble the pistol for you. And then something like this, the Codex, or the Kryptek, excuse me, I keep saying Codex. The Kryptek usually is around $225, and it all depends on basically the colors and how many different colors are going to be in there. And, it's just really good stuff. And I think it's totally worth paying for, especially if you want a custom look on any of your handguns. Again, just a little bit about, Schiwerks. Everything they do is 100% guaranteed. If there's any failures of the coating, they will absolutely honor it. They are 100% also certified by Cerakote as well. So that's good to know. And also the owner of the company is, a gentleman who was an auto body painter for years. And basically he's been doing Cerakote now for several years, but overall he's got 12 to 13 years experience in actually painting stuff. And that's just great. I mean, to be able to make that transition from auto body to now doing something like this. And I'm sure there's a hot market for this. Again, check them out. Schiwerks is phenomenal. They make the wallets, they make Codex holsters, and of course they do Cerakote. And just to kind of give you one last look at this stuff, again, everything inside is 100% covered. I mean, it's just, there's no flaws on this, guys. Nothing. I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful. Everything. The lines are clean and straight. The patterns are almost like a nice brushed pattern. It's absolutely beautiful. And even with the slide, they added a little bit more of a texture to the slide, so it's not as slippery as it was. And again, you can see the Kryptek pattern. And I mean, it's just really, really friggin' awesome. So if you guys are into, potentially, look at that. And that's something I want to show you there too. Just the front of the gun. If I can get that to, let's see. There we go. If you look at the gun right here, you can see even a little bit of that Kryptek pattern right there. I mean, it's just the attention to detail that was paid when he did the gun, and just everything. The customer service was excellent. He was always in contact with me. If I texted him, he would text me back in about an hour or so. So the communication was there. Like I said, the turnaround for me was about 2 weeks, and it was definitely worth the price. So I'm actually going to reinstall everything, and I'll come back and show you the final product. So hold on for a moment. All right, guys, so we're back to the table. So let's take a look at what the M&P 2.0 compact looks like in its finished state after the Cerakoting job that Schiwerks did for me. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that is one pretty looking little gun. And again, like I said, I know some people will be like, oh, who really cares? Guys, it's all about customizing what you own. And this was a gun that I knew I was going to keep forever just because I enjoy the M&P 2.0 series. I love the way they shoot. They're just great guns. The compact is amazing to carry all day long. It just works so well. So, I mean, everything works great. All the components went in, no issues, as you can see. And their magazine is full because I will be carrying this gun. Again, everything is clear, so the gun is safe, but everything works. There's your nice, beautiful Apex trigger. There's its reset, and everything works. Does the slide lock back? Certainly does. So it looks good. Now, just to show you really quick, I racked this a couple of hundred times, to be honest with you. And you can see, let's see if I can zoom in on this stuff, guys. As you can see, there is really nothing there in regards to wear just yet. Now, will that change over time? Probably. It's hard to say at this point just how tough this coating is going to be. Again, after I shoot several hundred rounds through it, I'll know a little bit more. But I mean, overall, the gun still looks great after being, completely put together again. So, in my opinion, what is the overall idea behind getting a gun Cerakoted by Schiwerks? Again, it's all about customizing what you own. If you like to have the ability to, I guess, kind of show off what you have. And again, I'm not saying you're going to be going around the mall saying, hey guys, look at my gun. But it's really nice to just say, this is mine. It's unique to me. It's what I prefer and what I like. And in doing so, you have the opportunity to work with a good company and really just a nice individual. I mean, it's a lot of times, we get caught up in, what's going to be the coolest thing we're going to do for our own company or our own personal lives or whatever. But, you know, a lot of times when you get involved with companies like Schiwerks and you talk to a guy named Sam Shire, who's the owner of the company, you begin to realize that there are so many good people in the gun community that just do phenomenal work. You know, some people may say this is a blue collar kind of guy, but in my opinion, the people who are doing this type of work, they're actually artists, because I know I can't do something like this. And to see the final product and to just see how it came out and what my gun used to look like to what it looks like now, it is night and day different. It is just beautiful to look at. And again, he did a great job. So again, it's Kryptek Altitude. And it's just a beautiful handgun now. I mean, this is basically my complete M&P 2.0 compact. It's got a great Cerakote job, fantastic trigger, really good sights on there. And I have absolutely zero complaints. This is going to be a keeper. The only question I have is what gun am I going to do next? So again, I'm going to be putting a new sticker on my safe. And by the way, if you guys want to send me some stickers to put on my safe, I'll be more than happy to do that. But this will be going on the safe because every time I get stickers, that's what I do with them. And again, check out Schiwerks, guys. Sam Shire, he's out of Iowa, Kingsley, Iowa. You can email them directly at schiwerks@gmail.com. You can also call them at 712-540-7058. You can find them on Facebook and Instagram. So basically, guys, wonderful job. Can't say enough about how good this stuff is. Again, keep in mind, he also makes Codex Wallets that work really well as well. And also he makes holsters, which I haven't tested yet. I haven't tried them out yet. I just have, I think at this point, all the holsters I need. Which reminds me, this gun is going to be going in this little guy, which again, this is my Black Arch holster for my 4 1/4 inch. And you can see it works. Let me zoom out a little bit here. Works really nice, looks really nice. So happy. I couldn't complain about this at all. Again, keep in mind, I am doing that giveaway. Again, it fits in the holster, no issues, no rubbing, nothing like that. But great job, Sam. I really appreciate it. You definitely have earned my continual business, and I look forward to doing some more work with you in the future. So again, guys, check them out and tell me what you think. Do you like what this gun looks like now? Would you consider doing something like this in the future for one of your own handguns? And why? Or why not? I guess it's basically personal opinion. So again, hope you enjoyed the video. Thumbs up or thumbs down, whatever your preference is. And I hope you and your families are doing great. And as always, everyone, freedom is never free.